Guten Morgen, entrepreneurs. It's another beautiful Monday here on the vlog channel. So, welcome back to the vlog. I've decided to make a commitment that every day for 15 minutes, every single day, without fail, don't drop and break my cup back there. My Ecamm cup back there, almost fell. But I've made a concerted effort and a no miss goal. Every minute for 15 minutes I'm going to be reading my Bible. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to read 15 minutes of a book that I'm already reading, but I'm going to start this off. Alexa, play classical music for 15 minutes. Okay, so just read a little over like 15 minutes, but my goal is 15 minutes, and I help to have that noticeable cue when the classical music stops, because it's gentle instead of like an alarm, which feels more triggering and usually has like negative associations with getting up for work or doing something that you don't want to do. And I don't want to set those emotional mental memory triggers, if you will. So I just let it fade off instead of an alarm. So I play into psychology with anything that I'm doing and just noticing normal human behaviors. I read Hebrews 11. I follow the Bible app. I think it's by, I don't know who's by. Put the icon up there, but we've all seen it. You probably already have it on your phone. But every day they have like a message, a prayer, a scripture, something that you can follow. And I was up late last night and decided to go ahead and watch it then while I was up, because I knew I was going to be up for some hours, which wound up being till like 4 a.m. And then instead of waiting to wake up this morning and then do it, because I know I had a call, so I'm probably going to sleep in up until I need to get up for the call, which I already did this morning with Ray Edwards' team, which is always super inspiring and encouraging. And it's calls like that, and you start thinking about your mentors, your coaches, leaders that you really love and are inspired by, and wanting to be a leader like that for your people in your business, for your team, with the missions and the things that you're called to do and the like. And then I'm super grateful that my mom, some years ago when I started teaching Bible study for teen church at the ministry that I was at, it's the Maxwell Leadership Bible. And what I really appreciate is that it has like these sections and stuff in here where it gives you, basically, if you follow, read, enjoy any of the John C. Maxwell leadership series of content that he has for decades, then he will tell you himself he gets all of his stuff out of the Bible. And so he basically took all of that stuff that's spread out across multiple books, and it's broken down into the Bible. It's a regular Bible, but it also has those leadership principles taken out of that. And so just in my prayer time last night, and just got really deep with some stuff, is just wanting to make sure that, like, not about only being like a good leader, but in making sure that my faith, my daily faith, not only like as a Christian or something, but like my daily everyday work, my purposeful work. You'll hear me talk a lot about that, like my purposeful work. Knowing that when I'm doing things, it's not because of anxieties around social pressures or what's happening economically, and not that some things aren't worth paying attention to, but just to note that if I'm doing something by faith, I'm having a faith and a love and a trust in God, that regardless as to whatever is going on, and not that something bad is going on, but whatever is going on, that I'm operating a life that is more of a faith lifestyle, and I can have trust and confidence. And so having like the leadership principles like outlined is extremely helpful. And then it's another Bible that I like to read, which is called She Reads Truth. Really love that Bible, and it's a Christian Standard version or whatever. So in my mind, when I'm pulling out something like I remember from the Bible, it's usually like the King James Version. That's just historically how I grew up, and that's what I remember. But it's good to have like those other versions that break it down and some other stuff. But I'll share with me more later. It's not to be like a Bible study or nothing, but I just think it's important to note like the leadership principles and the things that what we like is not only coming from like regular books and stuff too, but stuff like this. And I just want to be more committed to making sure every single day I'm spending some personal time doing this, so it's not all work all day, every single day, but stuff that's really important to me. Just thought I'd share that with you. And this is the books that fell. It's actually this Personal Power series back there. Believe it or not, found that brand new at a thrift store. It's like it's amazing learning series, so worth picking out. Then, well, put it aside thing there, and then this is my She Reads Truth Bible that I was telling you about. Now it's time for my personal read, which I'm rereading the Primal Branding book, and definitely need to spend more time in this book for sure. And so I'm a good ways through it, so I'm just continuing on in the lessons and the like. And I definitely want to kick off like a book club in my membership community all on this book. If you haven't read it, pick it up. It's vital for building a brand, whatever your brand is about. Take my word for it. Us real book nerds really don't care what we use for a bookmark. We literally will grab anything. It could be a receipt, it could be a napkin, it could be anything. So I've decided to repurpose the twisty ties that come off all these cables and electronics when they're not in use, or if I do get one or something like that, I just use it as a bookmark. It's easy. I can hook it on and clamp it down without it messing up the paper. It's honestly a very smart little book clip thing. And it works. But on to the next thing. Welcome to the Entree Chats Daily Morning Show with me, your hostess, the mostess, Diana Gladney. This private podcast is dedicated to serve you, the video simplified community, your specific questions, and help you reach wider and connect deeper with the people that need you the most. So if you're ready to jump in, let's get right into today's episode. Good morning, entrepreneurs. Today is Tuesday, November the 1st, 2022. Hope you're having a fantastic day and a great start to your morning. But I think it's important that as you're building your brand to go through and make sure that you are sharing what your various elements of your code, your brand code is, your primal code, the things that are essential. Now, even though if you haven't read this book before, if it's new to you, that's fine, but it's increasingly important to know what your specific elements are. I think that's what I'm going to leave it for this week's episode of the Entree Chats Daily Morning Show. And as I love to end all of our episodes, the winds of life blows on us all, but it's how you set your sails, so set them accordingly. That guy's a little bit passion. I'll see you on the next episode tomorrow morning. Take care. All right, so welcome to lunch. Just reused Wendy's container from my previous salad that I had. Try to make sure that if I'm taking lunch or something, yes, sometimes I'll sit in the living room or what have you, but more and more it's just like I'm trying to make sure, and I've done this from day one, not to go into other parts of the house that I may get more lax and sit down, watch TV for too long or something like that, just to make sure that I'm staying focused on work, getting back to it, so when I'm done working for the day, I don't have any residual feelings of I should have done X, because after, like, more honestly, like 2, maybe 3 more hours, I'm calling it good on today. I have a little bit to record, and so lunch might be 30-45 minutes today, where sometimes it's like an hour. There's no real set time, but there is a time set aside for it, and I've been tracking my foods that much better in the My Fitness Pal. My Fitness Pal. And so this allows me to track my food. And even down to like the 2 tablespoons of dressing, I need to get whatever the Italian dressing is that has a little bit less calories or whatever, but watching my protein intake, watching my carbohydrates, stuff like that, I just did an analysis of what I was feeling, what, like truly feeling, physically feeling, and then did an analysis of what's missing. And the number one thing that was missing was truly taking a care of self. Like from little stuff, from skincare routines to the what I'm eating and going back to tracking my foods and stuff like that. Making sure I'm having my protein shakes every day. So I've been doing this for about a week now, and the change felt almost instant. It's like instead of just eating for the sake of eating, which became really problematic for me, not because I overeat, I actually undereat, which still is bad for my personal health and where I physically am. And so making sure my body actually gets the nutrients that it needs and making sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Part of that is making sure I'm hitting where I need to protein wise per day and what those macros are and stuff like that. But so many things like this, like we hear about eat your fruits, vegetables, or whatever, but the more I get educated on health, the things that work for me and the things that don't, the more that I'm grateful for people making content, and even for like my friends that's into health and fitness and stuff, helping me with this stuff, because it's extremely important to make sure we're honestly not just eating food for pleasure or just because we have to, but really creating fuel for the body. So it's not my best salad, but this is something to eat today because I'm just really not that hungry, but I know I need to eat, which is always a problem. So yeah, so this is lunch today, a salad. Yeah. Hey, they came for a plate like what's left, and they be like, hey, you know, hey, you know. Man, what an energizing call. Sorry, again, I'm still getting over this cold, but I don't have like 90% there. I feel 100% on the inside, but physically it's just getting there, and getting the rest of this gunk out of my system. We had an excellent experience. I hate that I lost the daylight. I should have got out early this morning to go for a walk. I'm going to start making it my business to hit those 10,000 steps every single day. But we're not done yet because I didn't even record any content for like video's sake. But we have our team huddle that I'm getting ready to do and need to do literally now. Alrighty, that is everything, guys. I will chat with you later. Hit me up in Slack if you need anything. Alright, take care, guys. Bye. Man, oh man, it is. Oh, sorry, be shaking the camera around. I'm a little tired, a little wobbly. 10:30 at night, and I'm just finishing the stuff I need to get through for today. The little book in there is my journal, and then this big book is the high performance planner, which I've been using for some time, and I love how big this is because it allows for me to, one, I love how small this is. This is Ray's. I don't know if you can see that, but it says the Prosperous Business Academy. I think I've talked about this before. And then for this, it's big enough like a legal, not a legal pad, but like a yellow pad, like maybe you saw previously on my desk or whatever. So I have plenty of space to write. I have plenty of space to go through all the things. The morning was, for the most part, pretty clear. And then the other stuff that I needed to get through today went through really well, really well. Allow me to impart a bit of wisdom as we close out this potentially very long vlog, because today was definitely a long day, but I just wanted to give you a little bit more insight into just some of the things that can happen in the course of a day that as a content creating entrepreneur, sometimes I guess people think like all you do is make videos, but it always goes back to that time that you're working in your business. And then the second type of time is the time that you work on your business. And today was absolutely one of those days that I work on the business because there's so many things that we need to prepare for over these next 6 months. And this high performance planner gives me adequate time in the morning, throughout the day, and then in the evening to journal, have space to write and write a lot. And then I always have my journal, so if I need to pull back and forth, I can, between content, stuff that I've noted throughout the day. But it's two things. If you do nothing else, or if you don't have any kind of journal or calendar set up, in the morning, the one area that I find extremely valuable, well, this whole thing is valuable, but the one area I will say to take into account in the morning is it says today's top 3 goals or priorities. And then also in that morning, it's a different section. It says tasks that absolutely must be done today. And every single day, what I notice is that when I'm writing the things that I say are my top 3 priorities and goals, sometimes the things that I'll put as number 2 or number 3 is the thing that absolutely must get done today. It becomes number 1 on that other list. So if you do nothing else in your days, if you're finding time or finding it difficult to manage different parts of your time in the day, or prioritizing, if you ask yourself these 2 questions: what are my top 3 goals and priorities for today? And then ask yourself, what are the tasks that absolutely must get done today? And you will notice how your mind makes a shift based on the quality of the question, so that you can get to having a productive day. I'm gonna put a link so you can get one of these. If you don't have one, you're looking for like an actual calendar planner system that really works, I can definitely say this one is very viable. But that's where I'm gonna leave it for this vlog, because me oh my, it's been a day. See y'all on the next one. Peace.